Have you ever wondered what would happen if two of the most powerful AIs in the world went head-to-head in a battle of wits? I'm talking about ChatGPT versus DeepSeek. Who do you think would come out on top? Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing AI matchups to date, a showdown in the world of chess. ChatGPT has been a fan favorite across many domains, but DeepSeek has been turning heads by shaking up the entire AI chess landscape. So, who's got the upper hand? And how will each bot handle the pressure when they're up against a worthy opponent? Stick around because this is going to be a game you won't want to miss. The AI chess world has been a battleground for decades. For 30 years, we've seen AI take down some of the greatest human minds in the game. But now, things are about to change. DeepSeek has emerged as a powerful competitor, completely disrupting the market. In fact, it's shaken up the stock world, stripping billions of dollars from investors who thought AI chess was a settled matter. But does DeepSeek have what it takes to outsmart ChatGPT? Or will ChatGPT's adaptability and wide-ranging knowledge be enough to pull off a victory? We're about to find out. Now, let's see what makes DeepSeek different from the rest of the pack. First, let's talk about performance. DeepSeek isn't just another AI that can write fancy text or answer a few questions, especially when it comes to math and programming tasks. We're talking benchmarks like Math 500, which tests mathematical reasoning with 500 math problems. Guess who's at the top? DeepSeek. Then there's AIM 2024, an incredibly tough American math competition. And guess who's performing like a pro there too? You guessed it, DeepSeek. It's not just a great conversationalist, it's also an absolute beast when it comes to crunching numbers and solving complex programming challenges. But it's not just in one area where DeepSeek is impressing. Take Codeforces, a programming competition that tests coding skills across a wide range of difficulties. DeepSeek is dominating there as well, consistently performing at high levels. That's huge, because coding isn't easy. The cool thing here is that DeepSeek is not just good at one thing, it's performing across the board. Whether it's math, programming, or tackling complex problems, this AI is setting new standards. But here's where things get really interesting. The cost and speed of DeepSeek are totally flipping the script on how we think about AI models. Let's talk about training costs. You might be thinking, training an AI model like this must cost millions, right? Well, yeah, but compared to the big players, DeepSeek is incredibly efficient. The training for DeepSeek 3.0 used only 248 GPUs over 2 months, which amounts to about 2.78 million GPU hours. Now compare that to Meta's Llama 3.1, which took a massive 30.8 million GPU hours. That's more than 10 times the amount of time it took to train DeepSeek. DeepSeek didn't even use the latest, most powerful GPUs. They used H800 GPUs, lower-tier versions of the H100 GPUs used by other models. DeepSeek's training cost only $5.57 million. Sounds like a lot, right? But when you compare that to the hundreds of millions spent on training models like GPT-4 and LLaMA 3.1, it's a steal. DeepSeek is performing at the same level, but at 1% of the cost. That's a huge advantage. And here's another massive win for DeepSeek. It's open source. Yep, that's right. The code and training methods are all out there for anyone to access. Most big players like GPT-4, but DeepSeek, they've made it available to everyone. This means developers can take the code, tweak it, improve it, or use it for whatever purpose they need. It's a game changer for the AI community because it creates transparency. When you can see under the hood, you're way more likely to trust the system you're using. Think about it. When you buy a car, you want to know how it works, right? The same goes for AI. But don't get me wrong, DeepSeek isn't flawless. There are a couple of things it needs to work on. First, let's talk about response time. On average, DeepSeek takes about 1.1 seconds to respond, which isn't terrible, but GPT-4 and CLA both respond in less than 1 second. Honestly, the difference is so small, most people probably won't even notice. But there's something a little more annoying to keep in mind: context length. Every large language model has a limit to how much information it can process in one go. DeepSeek can handle about 130,000 tokens, which is okay, but when you compare that to GPT-4 and CLA, which can handle up to 2 million tokens, that's a pretty massive difference. When DeepSeek hits its limit, it essentially says, all right, start a new conversation. But hey, it's still a relatively minor issue that could likely be fixed over time. And there was one funny thing that happened during testing. If you ask DeepSeek, what model are you? It sometimes said, I'm ChatGPT. Yep, it called itself ChatGPT. It was a little glitch, but hey, they fixed it. Let's talk about how it could affect the broader AI industry. Here's the thing. DeepSeek has the potential to completely shake up the current business model for AI. Right now, companies like OpenAI and Anthropic make a ton of money charging businesses for API calls. But DeepSeek is changing that. Its API fees are way cheaper. DeepSeek charges between 10 cents and $1 for every 1 million tokens input and $2 for every 1 million tokens output. When you compare that to GPT-4, which charges about $5 to input and $15 to output, DeepSeek's API fees are about 10% of what GPT-4 charges. That's a huge price advantage. So, if you're a company looking for an AI solution and you have the choice between DeepSeek and GPT-4, you're probably going to go with DeepSeek. It's just cheaper. DeepSeek is forcing companies to rethink their hardware strategies too. DeepSeek trained on older H800 GPUs, but it still managed to perform at a high level. This could mean that mid-tier GPUs are more than capable of handling AI models. That's flipping the idea that you need top-tier hardware to create powerful AI. DeepSeek is showing us that we don't need the most expensive chips to make something great. This is forcing the entire industry to rethink how they approach AI development. So, what's the future hold for DeepSeek? Is it going to be the one to topple GPT-4? As both AIs begin to make their moves, I can't help but wonder, will they stick to traditional strategies or break free and do something completely unexpected? DeepSeek, showing signs of hesitation, takes its time making a decision. Meanwhile, ChatGPT continues to rely on its vast database of knowledge and experience. This is the moment where I start questioning, is DeepSeek overthinking things? It spends nearly 2 minutes on a single move, analyzing every possible option, a stark contrast to ChatGPT's calm but calculated approach. Will DeepSeek's overanalysis hurt it, or is this deep thinking exactly what it needs to outplay ChatGPT? Will ChatGPT's ability to adapt to any scenario be enough to counter DeepSeek's raw computational power, or will DeepSeek's precision win out in the end? So, now that you've seen this intense battle, what do you think? Was ChatGPT able to overcome the challenges DeepSeek threw its way, or did DeepSeek's calculated moves prove too much for ChatGPT to handle? More importantly, what does this mean for the future of AI chess and for the future of AI itself? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to see more AI showdowns like this, don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.